Lennar was a small, mostly unknown development studio whose games never left Japan most of the time. They started with the pleasant Bird Week, then the notorious Deadly Towers. But they seemingly got better with time, and their best game came at the end, Ganpuru, Gunman's Proof. You take one look at this, and you think Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Not that I think that's a bad thing. If you're going to copy the best. But this is actually not just a Zelda game in cowboy's clothing. It's a lot more comedic for one, both in the character designs and animations, but also in the story. It's 1880 in the American West, and two meteors strike the Earth. Nobody thinks much of it until the weird monsters start attacking people and leaving behind evil-looking crests. Then a small spaceship crash lands as the unnameable boy goes out to play, and one of the aliens, a space sheriff hunting the alien that landed on the first meteor, possesses him in order to make his arrest. You grab your gun that's okay for a child to wield in this world, and set off on adventure. It's Strange World. There are 8 dungeons. At the completion of each you get a life container, but apart from that, the dungeon map and how the start menu slides down, it isn't really that much a copy of Zelda. For one thing, there's no key hunting and no puzzles in the dungeons at all. They're not very long either. In fact, you get a bonus if you clear them in a short enough time. You also have lives, which isn't very Zelda-like at all, and you come back with full health right on the spot when you die. I guess there are those rooms though, where the door locks and doesn't open again until you killed all the enemies. Rip off! As you can see, there's no sword, instead a punch and a gun. As the game progresses, you will get access to more guns, which are dropped by enemies fairly often. There's the pistol, which upgrades throughout the game, a shotgun which fires in wide range but not as far, an Uzi, which is rapid of course, a slow but powerful bazooka, a flamethrower, and a drill arm which defeats any minor enemy in one hit, but ammo is very limited. The punch upgrades too via gauntlets. You learn a charge punch, and there's also a ball and chain, but I found that one a bit tricky to use. The overworld seems about as big as Link to the Past, but is probably a bit smaller. There are a few secrets to find on the overworld, but nothing close to Zelda. There will be no warping, but enemies drop carrots sometimes that summon another alien caught in the body of an ass. And while riding on him, you're both invincible and very fast.
I like the fast ass, not the slow ass.
This is a delightful game, partly because of the great designs and expressive characters, which goes both for the enemies and the humans. But the gameplay is also really fun. It's not hard at all, but who cares when it's fun? You can move in any direction as well as strafe, duck and crawl, during which time you can't get shot, but you can't shoot either. The music here is also really good. They really pulled off the whistling sound well, and the melodies are great. This is a great game and should not be missed out on. Gunman's Proof was Lennar's last game, but they actually lasted a while longer as they changed their name to Astrol. They haven't made a game now since 2006, and their so-called headquarters doesn't look too hot. But it's worth mentioning that they developed Kamaitachi no Yoru on PlayStation for Chunsoft, and also that they did Cocktail Harmony, a bartender's dream game where you can mix virtual drinks, read about them, and mix recipes. And there's even a story mode. Needless to say, only in Japan. Here's to you, Lennar/Astrol. You did good, kid.